Welcome back, my dear friends. In last lecture, we discussed living organisms and energy productions. In this topic, we study glycolysis, tricarboxylic acid cycle, electron transfer chain. Okay, and we discuss about this two chart, how the energy is formed in aerobic respiratory organisms and anaerobic respiration of living organisms, how it is produced. Okay, but today we are going to study energy production in microorganisms through anaerobic respiration. Let us know what do you mean by anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration means respiration which is take place without or in absence of oxygen. Means when animals or the organism do not require oxygen for their respiration, then it is called as a anaerobic respiration. There are so many bacteria. Many bacteria are there who are respire anaerobically. Sometime uh, even plants and animals can also see this anaerobic respiration. So bacteria which are living organisms, they are anaerobically produce energy by anaerobic respiration. They produce energy. How they are produce the energy? In the energy production, there are two steps are taken. One is a glycolysis and second one is the fermentation. In glycolysis process, from glucose, the pyruvic acid is produced, and then in a fermentation, from pyruvic acid, the alcohol or carbonic substances or the organic acids or organic acids are produced. Okay, this by this process anaerobically organism produce the energy molecules in their body. This process in which pyruvic acid converted into alcohol organic acid is called as a fermentation. Even some higher plants or animals or some aerobic bacteria, microorganism, can also perform anaerobic respiration when there is a lack of oxygen. In absence of oxygen, sometimes higher plant also or even animals or some aerobic or microorganism can be produced energy by anaerobically. Germinated seeds in a plant, germinated seeds performing the anaerobic respiration. Okay, similarly in our body, when we exercising very hard, that time in exercising, our muscles produce energy in anaerobic respiration. So what happens? Due to this, less amount of energy is produced in our body. Whatever that time energy produced is less, but with this the lactic acid is produced, and due to that reason, due to the presence of lactic acid in our muscles, we feel cramps while we running fast or doing hard work, our muscles are get cramps, because in that process an anaerobic respiration take place. That time in muscle lactic acid is produced, and so we feel tired. Okay, in this way anaerobic respiration can be take place in a organism. There are, but for the production of energy we require different components of food, different food components from which we get a lot of energy. Okay, we require proteins molecules. From 1 gram of protein molecules our body get 4 kilocalorie energy. Okay, and from beside carbohydrates, after carbohydrates protein is the second largest nutrients from which we get energy. Okay, proteins proteins contain amino acids, right? It has it made from the amino acids. When proteins are digested, then in digestion amino acids from proteins are separated. These amino acids through our blood carry to muscles and the cell and blood, in our muscle or in our cell. Then through blood it carry to various organs. In our various organs, see here one tree diagram is given. Amino acids are required in our skin. Their melanin and keratin are made from these amino acids. In our bones, oxygen is made from the amino acid. Cells are cell membrane is made by these proteins, and that's why the amino acids are required. As well, in a cell, various enzymes are produced. For the production of enzymes, amino acids are required. In our pancreas, insulin and the trypsin are made from the amino acids. Pituitary gland also secretes the various hormones, those also made from the amino acids. And some in our muscles, actin and myosin flexible proteins are produced, which are also made from the amino acids. Blood contains the hemoglobin and antibodies, that is also made from the amino acids. Means the amino acids are very important for in our skin, bones, cells, pancreas, pituitary gland, muscles, and the blood. So protein is become important components of our body. After proteins we require the lipids. We require lipids. Lipids are made from the fatty acids and the alcohol. Lipids are made from the fatty. Our cell wall is made up of the lipid. It contains the lipid. Okay, when we take lipid after digestion, lipid is converted into fatty acids and the alcohol. These fatty acids then carry, absorb and distributed everywhere within the body. It carried towards the all parts of body, and there it produces the various substances, and there from this fatty acid produce various substances which is necessary for our organs. Phospholipids, from them the phospholipids are produced. These phospholipids are essential for the production of a plasma membrane of a cell. Then it also used for the production of hormones like progesterone hormones, testosterone, aldosterone, and the estrogen. And estrogen hormones are produced. Those are made from these fatty acids. From this fatty acid, from these lipids, we get energy. 1 gram of lipid will give the 9 kilocalorie energy. Okay, so excess lipid, if there lipid is excess, then it is stored in our adipose tissues. Excess lipid is stored in our adipose tissues. After lipids, then our body also require the vitamins. Vitamins are essential components. There are A, B, C, D, E, and K vitamins are there. Out of them, A, D, E, and K, they are the fat soluble vitamin. Okay, and the B and C, they are water soluble. Water soluble. In our body, in our energy productions, NADH2 and FADH2 molecules are produced. For their productions, the vitamins like riboflavin, that is B2, and nicotinamide B5 vitamins are necessary. Okay, then water is also important components of our body. In our body, 60 to 65 to 70% water is present in our body. Then 70% weight 70% weight of cell is of water, means in our cell also lot of water is present. 90% water is present in blood. So water is also essential, otherwise it causes many problems in that organs. Rather than water, our body also requires some fibers. They are also important nutrients, because undigested foods are throw out of body by using these fibers. For that process, fibers are important, and we get fibers from the vegetables, fruits, cereal grains. Okay, if we eat it, then we get a lot of fibers. So those are the important components required for our energy production or for growth of the body. In our next step, we will see the cell division and essential life process. Thank you so much.